have to first of all take the case notes and first mark the patient's name, age, and address. Second one, you have to go to the end of the case notes and find out the purpose of the letter. And then there is a recipient name and address is very important. You also have to see whether the recipient is a Mr. or Mrs. or Miss. That is also important one. That is a recipient. Okay, and apart from recipient, you have to find out the request of the letter. What are the requests? And the requests are usually found in the discharge plan area, no doubt about that. Okay, so we have got the request also clear. And then we have to find out whether it is an admission case or a presenting case or a visiting case. If it is an admission case, then remove both of them. Then you have to find out the admission condition and the admission date. This is important. If it is a presenting condition, then write presenting condition and presenting date. You have to simply find out. That's all. Can somebody tell me, is this case, is this one, this case notes, is it a presenting or admitting? Please tell me, somebody. Admission is very clearly here. Admission date is very, very clearly here. So this is an admission kind of a case. Okay. So admission means a patient came and got admitted to the hospital, or that means stayed in the hospital for a surgery or for a further treatment. Presenting simply means the patient just came and went, just like a review, a visit, or a consultation, or just something like the patient came and went. That is known as presenting, visiting, and all. Okay, so clear? So there are three things: A, B, V. Sometimes the patient comes and gets admitted. Sometimes the patient just comes and goes, presenting. Sometimes you go to the patient and visit the patient, that is V. So confirm. So we have concluded that this is an admission. You have to find out the admission condition and the admission date should be found out. These two things you have to find out. I hope you got it. What is the admission condition of this one? Fall at home. This is admission condition. So you have to use this one. Very important. Two things are important here. When was the patient admitted? You have to take this one. Admission date is 3rd February. So for writing the second paragraph, Mr. what is his name? Lawrence. Mr. Lawrence was admitted to our facilities. Totally not needed, because it is, of course, it is to your facility only, not your neighbor's facility. Okay, admitted on what's the date? 3rd February. Yeah, February 2024. After a fall at home. See, just a fall. Did he fracture something? Can you find something? Altered sensation and confusion. See, you have to change this in a different way. We have to include that also there. How? Now, I'm going to show you that. Okay. This after a fall at home will come later. So we are going to add something here. Altered sense and confusion. Okay. With, okay. Yeah. With altered sensation and confusion after a fall at home. Correct? Some people write, instead of after, they write followed by a fall at home. Completely wrong. You can write this way also fine. Following a fall at home. That is also completely fine. All right. Okay, so this weakness on upper and lower limbs, right side weakness, arm and leg, facial droop. So you also have to include these things also here, like home. I'm going to add these things more. What are they? This one should be added. This one also should be added. How to add them all? Please have a look at this one. Weakness. See, he also reported, or he also had weakness on upper and lower limbs. OET will not write the word to confuse you. They will avoid this word. Upper and lower limbs are body parts. So on the body part, since it is body part on the upper and lower limbs. Now, right side weakness is also there. Why should we write one new sentence for that? Along with right side weakness So these details are not very much important. Arm and leg is not very, okay, weakness and facial group. Okay, or you can also keep the along with can be kept here. You can have a comma here and you can complete that way. So this is how we write the second paragraph of the letter. But I'm not talking about the second paragraph especially here. My real target is not that. My target is here. You have to find out whether it is an admission or presenting or visiting condition. Okay. So if it is a visiting condition, how will you write that one, the second paragraph? When, suppose you visited the patient, when Mr. Lawrence was visited today at his home, he was found in pain and confusion and confused, whatever you want, confused due to a fall at home. See, this is the way we write. This is about, suppose if it is like a visiting condition. There is one more thing. There is another one. Suppose you are like the patient is a resident of your old age home. Suppose the patient is a resident of your old age home. So the patient was here for the last 3 years. 3 years. So did the patient visit you? No. Did you visit the patient? No. So the patient is a resident. So how will you write this one? Suppose this morning when you went to see the patient, maybe when you went to give the breakfast to the patient at your old age home and you are a nurse in the old age home, how will you write? Can you write like he was admitted? No way. He was presented? No way. He was visited? No way. So what will you write? A resident of, this is our own style, a resident of our old age home for the last 3 years, comma, see, Mr. Lawrence was found in pain and confused due to fall at home. Okay, Mr. Lawrence was found in pain and confused due to a fall at home this morning. This is how we write. This is a beautiful line. I like it. A resident of our old age home for the last 3 years. I think everybody has to learn this style. A resident of our old age home for the last 3 years. Mr. Lawrence was found in pain. So you can easily get a lot of score because of that line. A resident of. This style can also be applied elsewhere also. I can show you some examples like in the social history. When you write the social history, like I'm going to show you this one now. A truck driver, comma, Mr. Billy. I mean, everybody knows Mr. Billy. I think all the nurses know Mr. Billy. He has been very famous in OET. Mr. Billy, a truck driver, Mr. Billy lives, this is for the social sentence, okay? Lives with a wife and three adult sons and a daughter. Okay, if it is important, you can write. This is for the social paragraph. I'm not talking about the second paragraph. So these are the things you can follow. Please copy this one and make it your own style. Okay, or a resident of our old age home for the last 3 years. This is also completely fine. You can write this way. So again, I'm going back to my real target here, APV. Okay, APV. So you have to decide one of them. So we have decided this is an admission case. What is the next one? After this, we have to find out DOT. What's that? Discharge condition and discharge date, or transfer condition and transfer date. What is it? If a patient is admitted, to your facility, what will happen to the patient? After being admitted, the patient will take treatment. The patient will be okay. And if the patient is okay, what will happen? We call it recuperation. Okay, recuperating. He's recuperating and is being discharged today. And is being D today. And is being discharged today. If the patient is not recuperating, he is sustaining complications and is being transferred. is sustaining complications. Okay, so remember, if a patient is admitted, there are two chances. If the patient gets well, the patient will be discharged. If the patient doesn't get well, the patient will transfer. Okay, and if the patient dies, the patient will go home for burial. That's it. Okay, fine. I hope you are getting it up point clearly. So we have got that idea also. D or T. Now tell me, in this case notes, is it a D or T? How do you find out that? You can find it somewhere. So admission is here. Can you find a discharge somewhere? Somewhere today. The patient will be discharged today. Correct. There's no mistake. It's completely correct. The patient is getting discharged today. So we got that idea also. It is not transfer, it is discharge. So we have got so much of information is clear now. So PP, RR, now A and D are there. There is one more discharge, sorry, the date of writing. What is the date of writing? When are you writing this letter? A bit of confusion is there in this case notes, right? A bit of confusion has been created. Okay, so to make sure that you understand that clearly, when is a patient today? The patient is admitted today. Sorry, is being discharged today. And what is the date of? What is the date today? Today is 8. Today is 8. Yeah. So date, today's date is 8. And the patient will be discharged tomorrow. That is, discharge date will be 9th. And now at the end of this case notes, you can see in 3 days, discharge in 3 days. That is on 5th. Discharge in 3 days, like the patient is getting ready for discharge. And the patient is not getting discharged today or tomorrow, or it is going to be day after tomorrow. So you are writing this letter on which discharge
in 3 days. On 5th it is given in 3 days.
Yeah,
so it is 8 today.
Yeah.
It is today, Allah.
Yeah, suppose, yeah, maybe that's a confusion. Yeah. On 5th evening, you are saying this one. This is 5th evening. Then 6th evening, 7th evening, 8th evening. Yeah, still it will be 8th only. There's a confusion there. Yes. Admission date, discharge date. Okay, there's a confusion. Okay. So what will be the exact date then according to you? Today. Discharged today. The patient will
It will be 2 days, sir.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Because the patient will be discharged today. Not, yeah. I think there is no confusion, right? Yeah, there is no
Yes,
confusion.
sir.
Fine. That part is clear now. Okay, I thought something differently because the discharge is also today also. Okay, same. So it is 8th. So we have got that idea. Sometimes this kind of confusion can come. So be careful about that. So what is the date of writing? You are writing this letter on 8th, right?
8.
So we have
Yes.
got all of them. Now we are moving to the next one. That is after the date of writing, you have to find out the diagnosis. Is the patient diagnosed or not? Yeah, if the patient is not diagnosed, how will you send the patient back to home? Okay, you will say, dear patient, we cannot diagnose you. Please do one thing, go and take rest and take some paracetamol. That will be all right. No, we will not be able to discharge the patient. We'll be transferring the patient in such cases. So if the patient is being discharged, very clear, the patient is diagnosed and treated. Both things are done here. Okay, so that is also done here. Now there is the last one of the D. What is the last D? Direction. Where is the patient coming from, please? Home. So A, right? ABA. Okay. So definitely that is very simple. The direction is also very clear. Home to your facility, from your facility back to home, ABA. That is a direction. So far, everything is clear. Then we have got two things to conclude. Writer and is it a known case or a not known case? Who is the writer? Of course, it's a nurse. Somewhere you can see the writer will be here. So who are you? Is there something mentioned like you are a nurse something? If it is not mentioned, what does it mean? If it is not mentioned, yeah, if it is not mentioned, you are a nurse, no doubt. Simply charge nurse, that is enough. Okay, simply charge nurse is enough. All right, so we can write charge nurse will be that. if it is not mentioned. So we have got the writer is clear. Now the last one is non-case or a not non-case, the most confusing part of letters. Yesterday also many people committed the mistake because you saw GP nurse, you thought that something like it is a not necessary. GP doesn't mean that it is on GP. On GP is different from simple GP. So to confuse you, they're always using for the last 4 years. OET is confusing everybody with this non-case, not non-case things. Recently I gave an example. Suppose Jojo. Jojo was in South Africa and he came to his home in Kerala just yesterday. He was there in South Africa for the last 7 years. And Liji Varghese, Dr. Liji Varghese is the family physician, the GP, family is on. In the family, Jojo's father, mother, 2 sisters, and 1 brother are there. And their children are also there. And Dr. Liji is the GP. So does it mean that Dr. Liji will be Jojo's GP also? No? Clear, no? That's very clear, okay. If it is not clear, please tell me. So non-case and not non-case is something different one. So don't play with that. It's very important. So once you have got all the marking, this is known as marking. After marking, we go to the next one. What is that? That is elimination. Okay.
So this would be an unknown case, no, sir?
Once again.
This would be an unknown case, no, sir?
Yeah, really, of course, because there is no connection that using the information, the case notes, write a letter to the community health nurse for continued care of the patient at home. Address the letter to community health nurse, district nursing service, Greenville Community Health Care Center. Tell me, is it known or unknown? Community health nurses are kind of known cases. Don't you think so? If you are in a community, like I am in a community, and all the nurses, at least somebody will be knowing me. If I am coming from that same community, they will know me. They should be having my records with them in the community center. No, it is common thing. Okay, so it is a kind of, not it's a kind of, it is really. So this is a no case. What do you think? In your opinion, Apsara, anybody else?
I thought it is an unknown case.
No, since it is a
because community nurse, if this person is the first time he's getting admitted to the hospital before, he must not be having any other issues.
Is it mentioned that he had no issues earlier?
It is there, but
like is there something like
you
no
are
hospitalization, no medical problems, something mentioned? Even if he did
he
not
has
have any,
hypertension.
yeah, even if he has not gone to the community health center, definitely they will come and check him at his home, definitely. So they know him, at least they know his conditions are known to the community health nurses, community health centers, community health professionals usually know the details of the patient. So it is a known case. Anybody was thinking it is an unknown case? Come on, tell me. It's a known case, right? Shall we conclude and proceed? Okay. So we are concluding, and you have to eliminate the unnecessary details from this case notes. So do you have to say that lives with the wife and daughter? Listen, okay, listen carefully. So shall we tell the community health nurses, they know it very clearly. And what is his address, please? This is Greenville. His house is in Greenville. And where is a community health nurse? Where does, okay, that is also Greenville, same place. That is also a clear indication that this is a known case. So you don't have it because the community people very clearly know that he's taking Ramipiril for hypertension. Definitely they know that. And even this is also known to them. Maybe suppose like I'm giving Sona. Sona was working in this community center, but recently, maybe 3 months ago, Sona retired. I mean, Sona got a promotion and she went to another place in London. That doesn't make any difference for this patient because the details are fed on the computer or in their register, it is already there. So whether Sona's staying there or leaving there does not have any importance for that. Okay, right. Okay, fine. So we are moving on and elimination. So based on the factor it is a known case, we have to eliminate around 20% or maybe 10% of the information should be eliminated. That means you should only tell that information that happened between which date to which date? Admission date 3rd to today. That's what. So we have to follow the UPRP DD method for this one. After elimination, I'm leaving it completely to you. What to eliminate and what not to eliminate. You know that because you are nurses. Okay. After this one, we have the next one that is known as the launching style. Okay. If you want, you can launch it yourself right now. Write the DADR. All of you, please do the DADR of this letter on your notebook. DADR. Take the date, today's date on the top. Please, all of you, please. I want everybody to do this action. This one, everybody, please do that. DADR. Okay, great. All right. Please complete DADR. If you complete fast, then we can go to the next level. That will be opening paragraph, then narration, then finally signing of the letter. We have done marking and elimination are done now. We are doing the launching part right now. All of you, you have to cooperate with me. You have to complete the work, which whenever I ask you to do something, those who have done the launching, please raise your hands. Please look at the case notes and write the address is here. When you write the address, remember community health nurse. C, H, and N should be capital. District nursing service also should be DNS, should be capital. You lose mark. Please write the launching part, all of you. Those who have completed, please raise your hands. Varsha, Godfreda, Aishwarya, you have done great. Everybody, please do fast. Spelling of Timothy Lawrence, remember it is Timothy, but spelling is T-I, not T-H-I. If there is DOB or date of birth is given, don't convert that into age. If date of birth and age both are given there, you can write only the age. Don't have to write both of them. Did you write, all of you? Not everybody, please. What happened, Apsara, Divya? Divya, you wrote? Please raise your hand. Jojo, Liji, Veena, you came late. All right. So did you write this way? This is the area, which is, look at this one. 8th February 2024. Did you write this way? The community health nurse. The is there. The, okay. Then dear nurse. Did you write dear community health nurse? No. Simply dear nurse. Hmm? Yeah, Mr. Timothy Lawrence. If you want, you can write the dot here, but this is totally out of style these days. And then a semicolon is required, as colon is required here, and semicolon is required here. This is the style. Did you write that way? Then congratulations. Otherwise, you have to change your style. Now we have done that part of the letter. It is time for us to go to the next one. What's that? We have done this part, and the next is, so far we have done, all of them are done, and we are proceeding to the next one, that is the opening style. Come on, which style do you want? We have got two styles for opening. Which one do you want? Do you want PRP, PRP, DD, PRP, TT, or UPRPDD or UPRPTT? Since it is not a transfer letter, let's remove the TT things. Okay, I am removing TT things. Now, do you want a simple PRP, DD, or since it is a kind of an updation of the patient, we need the UPRPDD style. This is a non-case. Okay, so we are going to use the UPRP. Come on, please write, all of you, please write. At the end of this, I'll show you the first paragraph using UPRP DD. I think everybody is able to do. Maybe Jojo, you may not be knowing, right? Jojo, any idea about our style? I think I can see a person.
No idea.
Okay, what's your real name? I mean, fine, it's okay. Maybe it's showing Jojo. All right, it's fine. So you will understand this right now. What you have to do is, this is to update. That is U. U stands for update. What?
The health status.
The health status of, the health status of, yeah, then we have to write the patient's name. P stands for patient. What's his name? Mr. Timothy Lawrence. Lawrence, okay. Then UPR, who requires. Remember, every style doesn't need this who, and this who is a very dangerous thing, okay? But for UPRP DD style, we need the who requires. Then P stands for purpose. What is purpose?
Continued care.
Continued care, care at his home, at this home is always very important, because sometimes they will think that the patient will come to the community health center and they'll be waiting for the patient. Okay, so to avoid the confusion, make sure that the destination is very clearly mentioned there. So we have written, this is to update the health status of, that is you. The second one is Mr. Timothy Lawrence. The third one is who requires. And the next one is continued care and at home, that is a purpose. So what did we write? This is U and this is P. Yeah, this is R for requires, and then this is purpose. Now we have got two more things. What are they? We have got a DD. Yeah. What is the present condition or the discharge condition of the patient? He is
recuperating after a fall.
Recuperating after a fall. Did he undergo any surgery, please? No. No. Okay. And is being discharged today. So yeah, we got it. Everything is clear. So how to write this one? This should be your style, please, everybody. I'm sure you are going to get a very bad score if you are using the old style. I am writing this letter, the old thing, very old thing. Okay, I'm writing. This shows that you are a person without any imagination or any, you are a very old person of 80 years old who is not ready to change with the time. I'm writing this letter. Everybody knows that you are writing, and this is a letter to refer. Yes, refer is clear. You have already written the word refer here. OET does not like repetition. I have told this one several times to everybody. Okay, so we don't need this. I am writing this letter to refer. What is our style? This is to update the health status of Mr. Timothy Lawrence, who requires continued care and whatever assistance at home. He's recuperating after a fall and is being discharged today. That is done. That is the opening part of this paragraph is done. All right, that's it. So follow this method. This is known as the PRPDD or UPRPDD method. We have done that part, and the next level is known as the narration part. You know what I'm going to ask you right now. Are you going to do follow the V model or W model? Yeah, it is going to be a V model because it is a non-case. Why should we tell the community people that he underwent this surgery, that surgery? Okay, this is only past in medical history. That is the past medical history. This is a past one. Are you going to tell the community people that he has had a hypertension since 2017 and he is on Rampril? No, because they know that. They know that. And he had osteoporosis and okay, and he's overweight. All these things have been already talked to them because nobody is going to become overweight in just 3 days. He was in this hospital only for the, so definitely before coming there he was overweight. So we don't have it to, so we don't require this. So for this narration we are going to follow which one? We are going to follow the V method. And what is V method? Of course you know what is V method. We are going to use the V method now, and let's look at this one. This is an area where many of my students are not very clear about. Okay, sorry. V method. All you have to do in this one is you have to divide this into two. And the first part, that is the second paragraph, you have to write everything past tense. He was admitted, okay, past tense. And then once the past is over, you have to come to the present tense. Present will be here. Present and future. This is present and future. This is only past tense. So you have to go to the second paragraph. So here, presenting complaint. He was admitted. Everything will be past tense. So I'm showing you the past area. And at the time of assessment, his BP was this much. Is it important? You have to just check it. If you are going to include this one, remember, this also will be past tense. And physical examination revealed, that also will be completely past tense here. So you have to use only past tense like was, were, had, did, underwent. Okay, all revealed. And investigation also was done on the same day. So that also will be in the past tense. 5th February, that is today. No, wait. Are we writing on what day are we writing? 8. Okay, we are writing on 8. Okay, so this is also past tense completely. And his discharge was, and till here you'll be writing, and his discharge was planned after 3 days. Up to here, completely past tense here. Okay, exercise and smoking given, urinary tract infection on antibiotics. All right, wait a second. Okay, he was on 5th February. He was reluctant to move because you are writing on 8th and this happened on 5th. So he was will be there, past tense, sure. And pressure ulcer on left hip was noticed, was will be there, no doubt. And he had a urinary tract infection. Will you write he was diagnosed with or he is diagnosed with? What is required here? See, on 5th, he had a urinary tract infection. Of course, he may be on some kind of antibiotics for this one. The effect of antibiotics, I think most of you know that for urinary tract infection, within 24 hours, the effect will start. That is what I believe. Or no? Okay, if I'm wrong, you can correct me, okay? Antibiotics will start and this will definitely have the effect on that. So this started on 5th, but you are writing this letter on 8th. So definitely you cannot write he is having urinary tract infection now, because 3 days it is over. So he was found to have urinary tract infection. So past tense again. So no doubt this will be past tense. Are you getting my point? All of you, I think you are getting my point. Okay. Health education regarding diet, exercise, and smoking was given or has been given or is given. It is all 5th one. So health education regarding, okay, so that is also was given is fine. And his discharge was decided after 3 days. So completely past tense. My God, this letter is having a problem. You know what's that? Does it have any present tense now? No, very limited present tense is here. So this kind of letters are like a past tense is more and present tense is very less. What to do? You can have a very less. So this is the type of letter here. Although this is V type, the past is too much and present is. In some letters, this will be the opposite. Present will be too much and our past will be too less. Which kind of letters? In which kind of letters do you find this problem? Past is less and present is too much. Emergency letters. The patient was just brought. Okay, so in such cases, this will be okay. Sometimes emergency letters are also there, which are past is too much and present is 0. So, of course, in every letter, there will be at least one sentence of at present he is recuperating, that is present tense. Okay, so different kinds of V models are there. I hope you understood that. Now you can go to the letter and write the whole thing in past tense. And in this area, you will find some future tense will be there. If there is any present tense, check it and write it. All the best for this exam, for this letter. Now you can do your work. My task is over. Now it is your turn. Please do that and follow our method very clearly. You will not commit any mistake. So finally, after the narration part, go to the signing part. And in the signing part, just write sincerely or faithfully and close the letter. And please, after this, you have to submit your letters to your personal trainers. I have been told by the trainers that some of you have not started submitting the letters. Please do that, because you are having a package of personal classes. Why are you simply wasting your time? Maybe you are you are just still preparing, or you are not having time. That's the reason why you are not. So please start the personal training. They will be also giving you the training this way only. So please follow the MELONS method completely. This is a MELONS method of writing, okay, a letter. Any letter can be written using this method. Okay, see you then. Bye.
Thank